open the bag, through the low and slow grilling, to the very last bite of food, new Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets tantalize your senses. Kingsford Signature Flavors are made with 100% natural hardwood and 100% real spices to add a whole new rich, full-bodied flavor and aroma to your cookout. New Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets. Flavor you can see, smell, and taste. Kingsford.com.
1010 Wins is a proud sponsor of the annual AIDS Walk New York. The event is back, and this year it's on Sunday, May 15th in Central Park. To register or donate, visit ny.aidswalk.net.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 71 degrees at 4:20. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. A fatal house fire in the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx this morning. A horrific early morning car accident in Glen, New Jersey. At least 2 people were killed. Elon Musk says banning former President Trump from Twitter was a mistake and he would reinstate the former president. An acquittal in the sexual misconduct trial of chef Mario Batali. And TripAdvisor says 3 of the top 10 hotels in the country are right here in New York City, including number 1. On Wall Street, split decision, the Dow Jones down, NASDAQ up. And AccuWeather calling for clear to partly cloudy conditions tonight. Breezy, low around 50 for the city near suburbs. Low 40s, well inland. Wins News Time, 4:21. Time for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
You are getting business both ways on the Long Island Expressway westbound side, getting out past Parsons Boulevard over to Casino. We're getting word of an accident that's slowing you down already. From the Clearview, you got that eastbound crash near the LI, which backs you up to the Midtown Tunnel. Then the whole other mess kicks in from before the Grand Central all the way to Nassau County. Is the Grand Central better, you ask yourself? And we tell you westbound it is. Eastbound Grand Central is slow too, just not as bad as the LI. From LaGuardia through Kew Gardens and out past the Clearview, but it'll leave you bad if you're not in the truck. Bruckner westbound side, cars, trucks, and everybody else stuck behind this crash westbound. Getting over to the 138th Street exit, slow going back to Sheridan Boulevard. Here's what you need to know about bridges and tunnels. Citybound George could go to the upper and lower, nothing easy. On the outbound ride now with the west side and southbound Deegan starting to slow. Looking at the Lincoln Tunnel, 15 to 20 in, 30 to 45 out. Upwards of an hour at the outbound Holland. Inbound Holland, 15 to 20 from the Skyway. Better from the Turnpike. Traffic is sponsored by Jack Pocket. Jack Pocket lets you play official state lottery games on your phone. Use code RADIO for a free Mega Millions or Powerball ticket. Must be 18 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Please visit jackpocket.com/TOS for full terms of service. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
A fatal house fire this morning in the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx. Our story from 1010 Wins reporter Carol Dioria.
The house fire was fueled in part by the strong wind, and it spread to the attached house next door. It claimed the life of the 63-year-old grandmother. Her daughter and grandson managed to get out safely. The Reverend Oswald Dennis led the family in a prayer service outside on the sidewalk. The family, he said, is heartbroken, but he says they are receiving help.
The Red Cross have provided a place for them, shelter, roof over their heads, and our churches are also available, and they have plenty of resources for every one of them.
The fire broke out at around 9 a.m. at 2194 Valentine Avenue. The fire is right in the shadow of the high-rise apartment building nearby, where fire killed 17 people in January. Carol Dioria, 1010 Wins in the Bronx.
Wins News Time, 4:23. Police in Brooklyn say school safety agents took an airsoft pistol from a 12-year-old student. An airsoft gun looked like a real gun. It shoots non-lethal plastic pellets. NYPD says it recovered the pistol at an elementary school in East Flatbush, and the NYPD then tweeted, quote, "There is no good reason for anyone to bring something like this into a school facility. No weapons allowed in schools, period." Latest chapter in the saga of Amazon and the effort to unionize on Staten Island. 2 employees with ties to the grassroots Amazon labor union have been fired. Amazon says the cases are unrelated to each other, and any particular cause or group supported by the 2 individuals. They are Michael or Matt Cusick and Tristan Dutchin. Cusick says he was fired over a discrepancy due to a COVID-related leave. The company claims that Cusick didn't show up for work since an approved leave ended in late April. Cusick implied that his work as an Amazon union organizer had something to do with it. There's no official comment from Dutchin. The company says Dutchin was fired for failure to meet productivity goals. Amazon says it ordinarily does not discuss personnel issues, but the company wanted to, quote, clear up some misinformation here. The subject is diabetes. Specifically, how to combat health disparities in minority communities suffering from diabetes.
Screening patients of color for diabetes through targeted measures could help improve disparities and overall health outcomes. A new study in the Annals of Internal Medicine shows doctors could catch new diagnoses earlier by screening minorities at younger ages. Researchers also believe testing for minorities should be expanded to include patients who have lower body mass indexes.
A report from correspondent Elise Preston. One study says the direct cost of medical care for those suffering from diabetes in the U.S. is approximately $100 billion annually. If you have a relatively recent Tesla, there's a new recall.
This involves all 2021 and 22 Tesla models, about 130,000 vehicles. The center screen display can stop working, meaning drivers can't see certain settings or the rear view camera image. The fix will be made with an over-the-air software update.
And that report from correspondent Jeff Gilbert in Detroit. AccuWeather calling for clear to partly cloudy conditions tonight. Still breezy, a low around 50 for the city and near suburbs, low 40s well inland. And then we had a beautiful day today. Looks like we're going to have another beautiful day tomorrow. Sunshine and some clouds. Still breezy, though, and a high tomorrow of 74. With news time, 4:26 now, Bloomberg Money Watch. Here's Andrew O'Day.
Following some of the biggest sell-offs of the past two pandemic years in recent days, Wall Street flip-flopped today. Dow flopped 85. The others rose. NASDAQ up 114. S&P 500 up 10. There's a downside to our big move toward remote work. Many of the jobs formerly done in offices can now be done anywhere in the U.S. or the world as an outsourcing. Tech industry trade group TechStat tells Dow Jones that the current remote work trend will lead to mass offshoring of American jobs to other countries unless the U.S. starts allowing more high-skilled immigrants to move here. TechStat and other groups plan to make their case to Capitol Hill lawmakers this week. The Apple iPod, groundbreaking device that upended the music and electronics industries more than 2 decades ago, is no more. Apple saying today it's discounting the iPod, or discontinuing rather, the iPod Touch, the last remnant of the product line that first went on sale October 2001. Touchscreen model launched in 2007 and will remain on sale until supplies run out, which they might soon, now that they made this announcement. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day, 1010 Win.
Better hold on to my old one. Wins News Time, 4:27.
The relentless pursuit of the stories that matter.
A stunning breach of Supreme Court confidentiality. Newsline takes you live to the Supreme Court.
Relentless pursuit of the information you need.
New York and New Jersey have their own laws on the books protecting abortion rights.
1010 wins in the relentless pursuit of all that matters to you. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A Jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-291-7154. That's 800-291-7154 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-291-7154. That's 800-291-7154. 800-291-7154. People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s, like go back to college, learn to skateboard. Well, okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. At aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a free 3-minute chat with a friendly digital retirement coach, Avo, and receive personalized tips to help boost your savings. Start chatting with Avo today at aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need, Mimu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Everyone knows that Nature Valley Crunchy Bars are, well, crunchy. What they don't know is that they're also packed with 16 grams of whole grains, ready to help you get out there. Nature Valley, for every adventure.
AccuWeather calling for clear to partly cloudy and breezy conditions tonight, with a low around 50 for the city and near suburbs, low 40s well inland. Good afternoon, I'm Bud Mishkin. When's news time at the Tone? 4:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Lori Madden. An investigation is now underway into a car crash in Glen, New Jersey that left 2 people dead early this morning. This appears to be the result of a police pursuit. We're learning the Attorney General's office taking over the investigation of the crash that shocked residents here. It's very upsetting. It unfolded around 5 this morning. The white car found crashed against a tree, so smashed, difficult to determine the make or model. Parts strewn on the grass of the park here on Bloomfield, just south of Ridgewood Avenue. While there are speeders along here, resident Jerry Duffy says never anything like this.
We had your little, bumper accidents here, but, whatever this was, obviously was a little bit more serious.
Whatever happens, neighbors here feeling the loss.
I feel bad for the families. I feel bad for them.
Samantha Leeson, 1010 Wins in Glen Ridge, New Jersey. With news time 4:31, time for traffic and transit with Greg Wright.
Lori's getting worse getting home in Queens, or at least getting through Queens. Here's why. Westbound Long Island Expressway to Casino Boulevard, stalled car sits in the middle lane, and so do you, all the way back to Springfield Boulevard. Eastbound LI, it's pretty much one big crawl from Van Dam Street before the BQ8, all the way on out towards Nassau County. Southbound Van Wyck, sluggish from the LI down to Atlantic Avenue. Northbound slows from the Belt to Queens Boulevard, but the earlier northbound wreck on the Van Wyck at Jewel, that's all gone. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound George Washington Bridge, upper level's better than the lower, which is still slow getting across, getting you out of town. The northbound West Side Highway and southbound Deegan are slow, so that's the lot. Lincoln Tunnel, it's about 20 to 30 minutes in, outbound 30 to 40 from 9th. Right now, a little better off of 11th. Everything's about an hour at the outbound Holland. 20 in from the Skyway, better off of the New Jersey Turnpike, Newark Bay Extension, and in New Jersey on Route 4 eastbound near Hackensack Avenue. That's a crash, right lane out, and Route 4 just abysmal. Eastbound from the Parkway, westbound out of Teaneck. 80 is going to treat you better in either direction than Route 4 east of Route 17 and the Garden State Parkway. In a jam, call the Barnes Firm traffic tip line at 844-JAM-1010. That's 844-JAM-1010. Traffic sponsored by the Barnes Firm. I'm Greg Rice. Our next report at 441 on 1010 Wins.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been hurt in a slip and fall accident, choosing the right firm is critical to get the help you need and the best result possible.
Manhattan, Long Island. Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here is meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Hey, Lori, holding on to our nice weather here for at least a couple of more days. It's high pressure that's still centered over northern New England, but nosing down the eastern seaboard, which is responsible for the comfortable temperatures and clear to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures actually at daybreak will be around 50 in Midtown, 40s in the suburbs, but we get into the comfortable low to mid-70s again both tomorrow and Thursday. Friday, it looks like mostly cloudy sky, even a small chance of a shower, but still reaching 71. And it's the same story over the weekend. We'll get into the low 70s, but it's kind of gray, and probably a couple of showers around each day. Currently 71 and mostly sunny in Central Park, going down to 50 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station, 1010 Wins.
I'm Dr. Philippe Dion. Thanks to my organ donor, I've been able to help thousands of patients as a neurologist. Organ donors are heroes who help others live on. Visit liveonny.org to become an organ donor hero.
Wednesday on 433, celebrity chef Mario Batali has been acquitted of sexual misconduct charges in Boston.
The trial didn't even last for 2 full days.
We're going to find the defendant not guilty to the charge of indecent assault and battery.
Several women had accused Batali of sexual misconduct. The case at the center of this trial was that of a woman who says he aggressively groped and kissed her at a bar in 2017.
I've never been touched before like that.
Batali's attorney maintained that pictures and video didn't back up the woman's claim of assault and battery. While the celebrity chef has been cleared of criminal charges, the accuser has sued him, and that case is still pending.
Correspondent Peter King. Elon Musk says he will reverse Twitter's ban on Donald Trump.
I do think that it was not correct to ban Donald Trump. I think that was a mistake because it alienated a large part of the country and did not ultimately result in Donald Trump not having a voice.
That's what he told a virtual event hosted by the Financial Times. But Musk also pointed out he doesn't own Twitter yet. He said, quote, "So this is not like a thing that will definitely happen because what if I don't own Twitter?" Twitter permanently suspended the former president after the January 6th insurrection. Wednesday News Time 4:35. Mike Tyson will not be facing charges for punching a man on board a plane in San Francisco.
It was on board a JetBlue flight last month. At the gate while boarding, a man was caught on video antagonizing Mike Tyson. Witnesses say eventually Tyson turned around and punched the guy. The victim was left bloody. Tyson got off the plane and was detained by police. But now prosecutors in San Mateo County say after reviewing police reports and video, they have decided not to file any charges against Tyson because of the conduct of the victim beforehand, the interactions between the two, and requests by the victim that no charges be filed. The case is now